everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. So I know that I haven't posted a layout update for the month of January. I just didn't have enough time to get that one out, so sorry guys, but there's going to be a big February update. But in today's video I'm going to be transforming the engine yard basically. So overall you can see I've got a concrete sort of like a pad here where the engine's dock and stuff, and then we've got the ballast and all the switches that are going to lead out. So today what I'm going to be doing is putting in a brand new engine house that I got. So recently I traveled to Alberta, and you probably know from one of the videos that I posted recently, but basically I went to a train store called Hobby Tech and I found one of the Pike Stuff engines. So those engine houses have been pretty hard to find, and I'm pretty thrilled to get started on building. So over here on the workbench is the kit being all cut up. As you can see, I'm currently removing all of the sort of plastic molds from their frames, and the kit that I got was the engine house 2 doors, and I paid only $31 for this since the Alberta tax was barely anything. So I think I got a pretty good deal on this, and I'll get to cutting these. So after around 2 hours of building, the engine shed is finally completely built. I'd say this kit is a fairly simple kit to build. However, the only problem was you can see these white frames around the doors here. Those were slightly hard to get on since they actually didn't fit properly, so I had to file down the ends of the blue plastic. But overall, this was a pretty easy and nice kit to build. Over here we can see I added 2 windows and a door. You can add as many windows as you want. There's like some cutouts and some door cutouts all along here, but I just opted for those. So now we're going to go ahead and paint basically the tarmac, I guess, with a gray color. So I'm using just some cheap dollar store craft paint, a mix of black and white, and I'm just gonna get a nice gray. So now that I have the shops glued down to place using wood glue and the concrete all painted up into a concrete gray and all the rails cleaned as well, I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the small detail in. So first thing that I'm gonna do is add these people onto the locomotives and all around the building. And I also have a bunch of kind of like small containers and stuff that I'll also add. But for now, I'm gonna start adding the locomotives into the shops. Now looking here, I also added a concrete walkway here, so I just cut up some sheet styrene and I painted gray, and I'm going to glue this in here. So this helps the crew get further out to the engines out here that aren't accessible by the pad here. And also I'll be extending this past just a bit and getting an aerial view of our extended concrete walkways here. We can see come out right out here, and it goes off to these engines where the crew can board easier, and it also goes up on the diagonal. As I said, I would extend it, and this is just sheet styrene being painted gray and glued into spot here. So this will help the crew access these engines a bit easier. So after we got all of this done here with the walkways and all of that, I'm going to start paving down a parking lot here. So you can see I've already gotten started on this last night, but however I did run out of plaster, so I had to go to the Home Depot and get some more. And this is going to be the parking lot for a new office building that's going to be coming right here. I'll be purchasing it this weekend, and hopefully this will all be done by then. So here's a quick tip if you want to have like nice smooth lines against your concrete. So what I use for this is joint compound. That's basically insulation cement, like drywall cement. So basically after about 2 to 3 hours after you apply it, go ahead and peel off the tape, therefore that the cement isn't necessarily completely dry yet, but it's also not like too wet where it'll start flowing out. So peel it off, and the concrete is wet enough to start like kind of like coming off and like not in chunks. So it'll leave you with these nice smooth lines. Of course, you can go back after with an X-Acto knife and cut it up to make it nice, but for now, this is what I do. So I finally picked up the modern 2-story office building, and this is going to be the final touch to the basically the Locomotive facility upgrade and renovation. So I got this kit from the Scuderia 46. It was only $16, which is a pretty good price for this. And I will show you quickly where this building will go in case you haven't remembered. So over here in this empty spot is where the office building is going to go. I've already made way for the parking lot here by paving down some joint compound, as you may have already seen. And this is just basically going to complete everything. All I really have to do is start painting the marking lines there for the parking spots and get the scenery going. But as you can already see, we've already got some static grass coming down here. But other than that, this is what's going to be done first. So after about 2 hours of build time, the office building is finally done. Now you might be wondering why this the blue gutter here doesn't extend all the way out here. So I was kind of stupid, and I guess the instructions are written like an essay, so they're pretty hard to understand. So basically the gutter was supposed to extend all the way out here with a separate piece, but since I couldn't figure out what it was, I decided to use the gutters for something else and threw the rest out. So I have no clue where the other gutters are now, and this is just gonna have to stay like this. So with the office building in its final position, we can see we've done a lot to the engine terminal this video, and there's still a lot more to come, including adding this small hut around the outside of the yard and just finishing up the paint lines, the parking spots here. But we've come a long way in this video, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it. Also subscribe to the channel if you can, that'll help a lot. And I thank you guys all so much for watching.